Discernment. Huh? Discernment is discernment is separating, separating from separating from unreal from the real. That is the final thing. But before we go to the final, are you practicing viveka in your daily life? But I don't see viveka, so how can I practice? It's not visible. So let us see how it is visible, how it is visible in our daily life. So one text talks about three categories: those who possess higher viveka, those who possess medium, and those who possess ordinary viveka. So once you understand their lifestyle, their behavior and attitude, so you know which category you belong to. But I feel that you all belong to the higher viveka. So now what happens when you have been understanding and applying the higher, you are in the mode of higher viveka. What happens in the higher level of viveka? You don't see the world as a problem. Why you don't see the world as a problem? That is what we need to understand it clearly. Why? Because you don't separate others based on gender, age, color. You don't separate it. Your mind, your intellect doesn't separate age, gender, profession, all different. You don't separate it. In your attitude inside, let me make it clear. Do you see the bead? Do you see the thread in the beads? No. That is viveka. So, a higher level of viveka, you have an attitude of one in all and all in one. You don't have a problem of the world. Challenges are there, so you solve these challenges. Challenges are always there. Do you see the higher level of viveka? One thread outside, one thread inside and outside, acceptance of different beats. What are those different beats? People, profession, age, gender, challenges, all in one in all. I am telling you how Viveka transforms you. This is higher level of Viveka, higher level of discernment. It transforms you completely. In your personal, in your professional, in your social life, there is a sense of freedom. Why there is a sense of you don't have an ego of what profession belongs to, what color you have, what age you have, what gender you have. Do you see that? I'm telling you the application. I'm telling you Viveka is visible in your life. Can you see Viveka? No. Can you see the effect of Viveka? Answer is yes. One in all in one. Beads are many, many in one thread, one in all. So inner attitude expresses outside. So that's why you don't see the word as a problem. Medium level of viveka. Now come to the. I'm just giving a just an indication. There are a lot of things to be learned under this discernment. Medium level of viveka, you are devoted to your practice, no doubt. You are devoted to your practice, committed. Commitment is there. You don't leave the practice in the medium level of viveka. Now you have some differences. Those who are seekers like you have a friendship with those people. You have a friendly attitude. Those who are ignorant, you are kind to them. You don't create an ego. You are kind to them. Okay, he's not learning, she is not learning. It's a part of this blaming and complaining. So you are kind to them. You don't you don't start with your ego. You see that I'm practicing and that is why I have changed and you have not changed. No, you have a sense of kindness toward them. Then only you are applying viveka in your life. And the fourth category, those who are non believers, who always blame and complain. You have a sense of indifference. You see the people, maybe in your family, in your profession, in your friendship, those people who always blame and complain. They talk about the problems in the world. You remain indifferent. You are not affected by them. Second, medium level of viveka. You are devoted to your practice. So, in that sense, you are moving to the higher level of viveka. I have yet to talk of the highest level of viveka. So, I'm talking of higher level of viveka and the medium level of viveka. Did you understand? So, find out and change. So, you swing between the change in behavior and attitude. You stumble, but again, you are able to take over. Medium level of discernment. What about the ordinary level? Everyone is a seeker. This master is so kind. He says everyone is a seeker. So don't say that no one is a seeker. I'm seeking peace and happiness. What is the ordinary level of viveka? In his word, if I say you are full of divinity as long as you practice. And you become devil after the practice. Your behavior and attitude do not undergo any change because it is not being reflected outside. So, divinity, oh, you are full of peace and calmness. You can give a good talk and lecture. But the moment your effect of that practice, effect of that session, impact of that lesson remains as long as you are continue to attend the session, and after that it disappears. You become the same person again, the ordinary level. You like it, you like the practice, you appreciate it, you share your experiences, everything is good. But you start blaming and complaining about the world. You say this meditation, this talk, and these principles are totally different from the material world. This is all about the spiritual connection. So I connect to the spirituality every day. I do the practice for an hour, 23 hours. I do not change. Now I have an appointment. Let me change the appointment, second level. How can I change you? Don't you understand that I have a problem? Ordinary viveka. Higher level of viveka, you are totally possessed by oneness of that thread of discernment. Did you understand? Well, if you understand, then you find out which category you belong to. We have yet to talk about the highest level of discernment. So you have to understand, you see the higher level of viveka problem in the world, Oh, last time you heard, the Best Buy guy was coming. So he was calling me, but I said, no, my job is to give you the lesson. Unless that session comes to an end, then only I will pick up. I have already a contract, he will call me later. The mind is relaxed and calm. So only when the session finished, then I picked up. Think of it. Think of it, my friends. Your attitude, your behavior, and your responses. How, yeah, that is what is going to tell you what you have learned about the third practice, pranayama practice. Anyone can do. If you have been going to the gym for regularly for a couple of years, your pranayama practice will be definitely much stronger than the people who live at the higher level of viveka. But it does not mean you live into the higher level of viveka. Do you see? I'm opening up another area. That is the beauty of learning the Eastern wisdom. Come back, we have understood the world is suffering. 9 points. I'm not repeating it. I'm not repeating it. Namaste, Ashokji, for joining us. So, world is suffering. Second is remedy. Remedy is the satsang that we did talk about it. Now, today I'm not repeating. Third category, realization. So that realization will tell you how really, how dearly, how seriously you are practicing viveka inside, which is manifesting outside. It gives you the three categories. And then the fourth is, are you changing? Is what the realization is. So, realization in daily life. You have a blame and complain against a person, you switch on to the higher level of viveka, all in one. All beads are in one bead, one thread in all. But you have to evolve from the second level of viveka. First, I have to consciously understand the friendship with those like minded, kindness to the ignorant, indifference to those who don't want to practice, who are constantly on the blame and complain and the reaction game. It may be present in your family, so who cares? So you have that realization. Are you understanding? Are you getting it? Say yes, you are getting it. So remember, so we have understood there are 5 groups of practices. So you see, this master has put the discernment in between. The first two categories is the pranayama and the pratyahara. Pranayama and pratyahara mostly purifies the mind, then you move towards the discernment. So that understanding. But that understanding of discernment becomes very deep by the japa and the meditation. So he put the japa and the meditation. After that we are going to. Do you practice the higher level of viveka? Never leaves the Mangala Charan. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karva Vahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvisha Vahi. Pick up any thought. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. You wake up in the morning, you don't forget now. It's a reminder. It's a one thread in all. Oh, one thread in all. That is why now you see the importance of the Mangala Charan. Viveka, I told you what is discernment is the faculty of separating the mixture. Mixture of what? Real and unreal. But before I understand what is real and unreal, I have to pass through different areas. Real and unreal, I am awakened. But now one thread in all in one thread, I have to apply in my daily life. It means I'm changing my behavior and attitude, my responses to the world outside in my personal, professional, and social life. No, I'm not going to change. The world is not going to change, so I'm not changing myself. It will not work. And you think that awakening will take place? No, it will not. I have to bring about a change in myself. So now world is not a problem. Why? World problem is an individual problem. When individual problem dissolves by discernment, the world problem is dissolved. Are you getting it? This is the perception. Does the world knocks your door and says that I have a problem, solve me? My mind reflects that problem because of ignorance. Are you getting it? Yes. So separating the mixture, that is one, but at a different level. That is what I told you. There are 10 or 15 stages of this. Right and good, shreyas and prayers, goals and the means, whole and the part, sorrow and the happiness. So the regular practice is going on in the mind. Highest level of discernment. Master says that without the highest level of discernment, awakening cannot take place. Do whatever you want to do. Go anywhere. Buddha appears before you and you lack that discernment. Buddha will go empty handed. That is reflected by the Buddha in the first of the Eightfold Noble Path, that is known as the right knowledge. Sometimes it is translated as a right perception, right way. So we have to understand discernment discussed by different masters. Gita, I told you, Gita is one of the greatest texts of Eastern wisdom. It talks about the discernment by understanding the knower and the object of knowledge. Field and the knower of the field. What it means? What is the field? I have a stress. It is the field. I am the knower of the stress. That is how they discern. Gita discerns between in that respect. So Buddha also discerns in this way. Here is a non-violence and here is a violence. Choose this. Gita. Gita talks about that way. I'll tell you, Yoga Sutras talks in terms of Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks of Prakriti and the Purusha, the matter and the consciousness. Mind is a matter. My mind is upset. Take it for granted that the mind is matter. Mind cannot make you upset. You are identifying with the mind. That is why you are upset. See the discernment. I told you, discernment has different shades in the color. All great texts of Upanishads, they talk about directly real and unreal. We have already discussed. And then there are 18 epics where then all these principles are taught in the form of stories and parables. Daily life. So they talk in terms of attachment and detachment. You are attached, that's why you have a problem. Detach yourself. You see, different shades on the colors. Now you have understood that for the last couple of years we have been understanding this. Now understand, let me pick up the Gita. Gita says what? Gita says field and the knower of the field. How it can be applied in my daily life? There's a lot to learn. Simply not the principles, but how it can be applied in my daily life. So there's a discernment between the field and the knower of the field. What it means? Why don't you put up in a simple language? What is the field? Field is my family. Knower of the field is the pure consciousness. Field is the body. Knower of the field is the same, the pure consciousness. Mind is upset. Mind is the field. And the knower of the field is the pure consciousness. One thread. No, but that is your metaphor, how it has to be applied in my daily life. Let us deal with the physical pain while experiencing physical pain. For example, headache or an injury, a person with discernment understands that pain is an experience of the body, which is the field, not of the real self, knower of the field. Thus, understanding allows him to observe the pain with a sense of detachment, reducing the mental suffering associated with it. Do you see the application? Say yes, even if you did not understand. You see, that is how our masters have been. We should respect, we should love those masters. So, loving those masters, adoring and appreciating those masters emotionally and mentally helps to change my mindset also. No, you should also appreciate Elon Musk. You should appreciate Bill Gates. I'm not saying you should appreciate both our leaders. I love both of my leaders, Biden and Trump. But when you appreciate these teachers, so you feel that, oh, these qualities need to be learned. One application I gave you. Huh? Now let us see how this field and the knower of the field and the knower of the field in case of the discernment, that is the another level of discernment. Field, knower of the field. Knower is one, fields are different. So now let us take it emotional challenges. How discernment helps me to face these emotional challenges. Say, for example, you have a relationship breakup or the loss of loved one. For example, people talk about grief. Did I tell you that this British immigrant, she lives nearby somewhere, and she said, I will be grieving for Queen Elizabeth for about a week. Good, grieve. So come back. So in cases of relationship breakup or say loved one, loss of loved one, person with a discernment recognizes that emotions are experiences. I am an experiencer. Experiencer is the knower of the field and experience of grief. And they both are separate. Am I my experience? My dad died, and I rushed to my master, and I started crying at his feet. And he was just patting on my head and the shoulder. He didn't say anything until my crying stopped. I still vividly remember. How many times you have a feeling of hatred against your dad in the last 5 years? I said thousands of times. Why you are grieving now? That was one set of experience. This is another set of experience. Experience continues to change. Experiencer does not. Look at the beauty of teaching of the Gita. But many people will say, should I not grieve? They are ignorant people. Be kind to them. Please continue to grieve. Destroy your life. Continue to remember. Don't move in your life ahead. Two applications, I can give you hundreds of applications. If you really understand, let us see, making any important decisions in your life, the same discernment will work. Making an important decisions of your life. You know, this is the field and this is the knower of the field. You're choosing a career path or a life partner. You are having bankruptcy. It is not only this, spirituality is embedded everywhere, one thread in all. You might be thinking why I took up this subject matter. Maybe sometime, our mind gets bored. What the heck he's talking only about the discernment? He doesn't talk about the daily life. I have a lot of challenges. No, daily challenges can be met by this power of discernment. So do you see that? That's why I've taken up that. Maybe someone might have thought about it. So that sent the signal to me, and so I thought better to take up this in the middle. So you discern between the desires of the ego, that is the field, and the wisdom of the self. Did you understand? Desires of the ego, I will break up with you, I will divorce you. What should I do? I don't have anything. Desires of the ego. Wisdom of the self is the knower of the field. Apply the discernment there. Find the solution. You might be thinking until now that, how can these principles be applied in my daily life? It can be applied at any moment in your life. Dealing with the criticism and the praise. Let us say, dealing with the criticism and the praise. How you deal with it? Same discernment between the field and the knower of the field. Criticism and the praise are opinions of others and do not affect the real self. Does it affect the rules? The understanding allows you to remain humble in the face of the praise and maintain the equanimity when faced with the criticism. Transactional reality is totally different. If someone out of the ignorance is pushing you, so you have to play your role. You shout at them, get the things done. No, in order to keep at a distance, but internally you don't hurt yourself. Now, get lost. I don't want to talk to you. Finished. But internally, you are not affected because that knower of the field cannot be affected in you. Are you understanding? I do it. I have to do it. Do you see? I've given you one very small application from the Gita, the field and the knower of the field. So you clearly understand where is the field, where is the knower of the field. All my experiences, all the objects of the material world of my personal, professional, social life then come closer. Body, mind, breath, intellect, and ego, whatever is happening to them in terms of my experiences are the field. There is only one knower of the field. If you know how to discern at different level, you can get rid of your emotional challenges easily. Think of it. Don't take it lightly. Yes, we are progressing from pranayama, pratyahara, and discernment. Don't take it lightly. And that's why I categorize into the three. There are other highest level of viveka. Highest level of viveka, you are already there. You there. You enjoy. You attend this session just for a joy. Higher level of viveka. One thread in all. One thread in all beads in one. You make a difference. Medium level of viveka. And that will be reflected in your attitude and behavior, your responses in your personal, professional, social life. It will be reflected because those impulses, those past impressions, you cannot hide them. But we have to progress. An ordinary level of viveka. You are the highest meditator as long as you are meditating. Just after that, divinity in you during meditation and devil in you just after it. I think you understand it. I give you one small fragment of application of that viveka in your daily life. So don't separate that viveka from your personal, professional, social, family life. We will understand the viveka explained by Patanjali in our next session. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed and again, place of the body. Viveka you need. Space is a field. I just gave you one set of indication. Position, posture, being comfortable. You all are seekers. I believe you all are seekers of the higher order. So that is why I say being comfortable and you are comfortable. I say we are carefree, you are carefree. As the word sounds pass to strike your ears, and you are there. Why? How? I've already explained. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. So you add shades and colors to the viveka by doing this mantra. Remember, one thread in all, all beads in one thread. You see the Viveka, the power. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May there be peace for all. And peace is the thread. Did you get it? You see that other meaning? Just by understanding the Viveka. Now see the things become so clear. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. How should I be affected by you? Because you are also whole. I am also whole. You praise me. Thank you very much. You criticize me. Let me understand and remove for which you criticized me. You are not allowed to impact the knower of the field. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. Can you apply? Can you instantly recognize that Viveka in that statement? What happens? Your attitude outside, your behavior outside becomes instantly changed. And with that viveka, we do the pranayama and pratyahara. So you are looking deep inside the forehead. So by discernment, by viveka, you left everything except the space inside the forehead. I'm just giving you an indication of the viveka. That is another level of viveka. Om Shanti, you are dropping Om Shanti at the space inside the forehead. You remember the sensation and the steadiness in the body. And then you start breathing quick and short into the chest. Continue breathing. So both pranayama and pratyahara and the viveka are in active phase with you, all the seekers. Continue breathing. You are not sleeping, you are breathing. So the one who is sleeping should wake up and continue to do the practice. How can you do the viveka and sleep? You are breathing into the rib cage. You are aware of the expansion and contraction of the ribs. With Om Shanti dropping deep inside the forehead in the space, keeping the body in the state of the stillness. In all these points of awareness, you need Viveka. What level of Viveka? You are absorbed. But what happens outside? we know the three types. What happens inside more or less is the same. You're breathing, you're dropping Om Shanti, you're not sleeping. And stop this, do nothing, pay attention to the breath, the flow of the breath. Whichever flow is less, pay attention there, even though you are aware of the flow of the breath from both the nostrils. Just maintain an awareness of that flow of the breath. Experience of the flow of the breath and the that is the field and the knower of the field. Now accept the challenge. If you accept this challenge, you are going to accept the challenge. Is outside also, which I explained with reference to the field and the knower of the field. So looking deep inside the forehead, Om Shanti, but you have to do the bowls, the third type, the breathing. You inhale very deep, long, and the hissing first into the belly, then into the rib cage. You exhale from the belly and from the rib cage. Why I say challenge? We have not done this practice of breathing enough. So you have to be conscious of inhaling first into the belly, then into the rib cage with a hissing sound. Means you are breathing faster. While breathing out from the belly and the rib cage. The best way to uh, progress into that, you inhale, continue to inhale until you fill your belly and the chest. It's a symbolic. You are breathing definitely into the lungs. But while breathing into the lower lobes of the lungs, your belly expands, the upper lobes of the lungs, your chest expands. Some people have terrible uh, reaction. No, how can you breathe in air into the belly? No, it's a symbolic. Long, deep in the hissing breath, both into the belly and the chest. Om Shanti continues, stillness continues. You exhale until you empty your lungs completely and your belly and the chest squeezes. So it's a challenge. You do it consciously, challenge is accepted. You do it habitually or impulsive, challenge is not accepted rightly. There comes the viveka. It takes time. Long, deep in the hissing breath, please continue. Sound of the breath and noisy is there. Noisy breath is there because you're doing it faster. Faster into the belly first, then into the rib cage, from the belly in the rib cage during exhalation. Om Shanti continues. Stillness of the body continues. Long, deep in the hissing breath continues. Please continue. हाँ चलो फिर याद आया सांस ले लो लेते रहो भाई रुकना नहीं है long deep in the hissing breath both from the belly and the rib cage. And do nothing. Allow the breath to be normal. Pay attention to the flow of the breath in the state of the stillness in the body. Keep on your awareness on the flow of the breath and enjoy. You may have a beautiful experience of calmness, absorption, tingling, numbness, and other beautiful sensations in the body. They all are the fields. You are the knower of the field. And now drop Om Shanti on the 16 segments of a finger mentally. So it is the mind's eye, it is the mind's touch, it is the mind's ear, not physically touching the segment of the fingers. You're dropping Om Shanti, and even without physical touch, you have those sensations. When you have those sensations, it clearly indicates the knower and the feel of the knower are different, separate. You already know what is to be done. Yeah, dropping Shanti in the 16 segments of your fingers. And now leave this smooth mind in the cave of your heart. Visualize the triangle equilateral pointing upward of any color. Moving the mind on the each side of a triangle, dropping Om Shanti, clockwise, anti-clockwise, in order to find out if the mind is mind Om Shanti and the side of a triangle are sinking. That is the right moment to push the mind deep inside the cave with the singing mentally. Om. Mind seemingly stops, you drop Shanti. After that, do nothing. Let the higher consciousness do everything. In that self absorption, you are waiting. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences. Bring the hands down. We'll share our experiences. Now, how are you, Stephen?
Thank you, sir. I'm good. Um, Great lesson, great meditation. Two things that really stood out to me most was indifference, and the second was experiences change, but the experiencer stays the same, and that really stuck with me with going through the meditation. And upon closing my eyes, I felt this distinct separation within myself. I heard you, I followed along, but there was a distinct distinction between what I'm hearing and the way I was feeling inside of me. And it was just a very calm, easy meditation that just left me with relaxation and an understanding of the Vika indifference and the way that this applies to not just this 1 hour that I spent, but the other 23 hours of today. So
Beautiful.
thank you.
Beautiful. Experiences are always different from the experiencer. Our master teacher Krishna says one is the field where we have all these experiences, and there is a knower of the field. Beautifully, he explains in the Gita. All these masters, they talk of the same principles, but in a variety of ways to digest and assimilate in our life. Beautifully said, Stephen. How are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you. Yeah, really, really wonderful lesson and meditation. The knower kept repeating as I was going through the meditation, and I would feel the body pain. I would go, the knower, the knower of the knower, the knower of the knower of the knower. And every time I just got up to a very, very high detached level of consciousness. It was really wonderful. My body was extremely cold during the meditation, but it was great. Thank you.
Beautiful. You even can say, thinking that where is the knower, let me see, and where is the field in times of stress, the way the David has been doing it in meditation. So every time you are going to the Walmart or Coles or anywhere, oh, where is the field and where is the knower of the field? And then see, the mind calms down. Because when you have a mixed experience of the knower of the field and the field, that is where the delusion takes over. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Thank you. It was a really deep meditation. And similar to Stephen, I think I had really two distinct takeaways. And the first one was the praise and the criticism. And applying the Viveka in our daily life is just a wonderful way to go through our days. And I think that praise and the criticism, if we really do see it the same. So we know right away, and praise, it always feels good, but and we say thank you. But the criticism, if there's a second where we feel confronted or less than or defensive, then we know right away that, Viveka, we need to apply away, right?
Yeah.
And then the field, if we expect the field not to change, then we right away know that we're living in ignorance. So
Yeah.
if we're surprised that the field is changing, then we are not applying our Viveka.
Beautifully said. This is how we have to analyze our daily life interaction in my personal, professional, social life, and then internally. Everything is internal. Viveka, you can't see it, but through the impact, through the effects, you can definitely make out where I am, whether I follow, whether I'm at the ordinary seeker, whether I'm the medium seeker, or whether I am the higher seeker. It is always good to start with the medium level. I should be kind, should be indifferent. I should have a friendly attitude towards the fellow seekers of the journey. So if the fellow seekers that I'm a staunch devotee of the Jesus, praise and appreciate him. We are not bound to any cult, dogma, belief. So that guy is searching through the Jesus. We have. So we believe. We appreciate it. One is searching through the Buddha. We appreciate it. One has to be very, very careful. And once you start with the second level, the third level, then automatically reveals in you. Beautifully said. How are you, Brandy?
I'm good, thank you. I appreciate your confidence that we're all highest level of seeker, but to Jerry's point, I still find myself having to apply Viveka in situations when, somebody says something that's whatever. So I'm still doing the work and I think it's working, but I don't have it all the time. And my meditation was good.
Very good. At least I have a chance. If I start with that you all are higher seekers, I still have a chance that I can say that you are a medium seeker. But if I start with ordinary seeker, I don't have any chance. And you are attending the lessons, so I have to move with that. But I appreciate your forth and direct understanding and direct saying that, yes, I have a lot to change. And once I understand, I know where to change. Understanding is the first. And then I know where to change. Beautifully said, Brandy. But we have to change. How are you, Dennis?
Thank you. My meditation was very peaceful and seamless. There were some pleasant sensations after the breathing, and there was an awareness that I'm not becoming these sensations. I'm not getting into them. I remain on the observer side, on the observing side. And then there was uniform darkness and peace until the end. Thank you.
Beautiful. So, yeah, we are going to take up that how Patanjali explains this discernment in a different way. So, if we have a different perspective, the mind and the intellect opens up and it accumulates, it gathers those impressions, and then it sees, oh, I can apply this discernment in this situation, provided we remember. But yes, you all remember, you all are higher seekers, according to Brandy. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. I can relate to what Brandy had said. I caught myself in a moment of reactivity last night, and I guess I became the devil, as we talked about. But and I am changing, and I'm noticing more in the moment.
Good.
it seems to be mostly isolated to my children. So I'm just grateful for the continued practice and noticing.
You see that, Christina, I am separated from my children because I am responsible for it. They are not responsible. So if you follow the second level of a medium level of a seeker, oh, they are not writing to me, they are not talking to me. Let me talk to them. Let me continuously talk to them because I am following the path of Viveka. Honey, after all, you are my son, you are my daughter. Where you will go, you don't have any other chance to have a new father. I don't have another new chance to mom. You plead. So when you are pleading, you are doing consciously. And that is the path you follow, the medium level of a seeker. So at last, the people melt away. People melt. So what is the point here? That I destroy my ego. I keep aside my ego. And that works. It will work not once, twice. You have to continue to do it. Are you, Vaibhav?
Thank you, sir. So practice was calm. It's like that. If I'm not moving with the mind, that after some time, the mind gets stopped and it became stable, became calm.
Yes, mind is not stable. It is the field. So I should not get upset. I should apply the steps and practice. Now it is calm. Still, it is a field. I am the knower of the field. And that is how we move ahead. Are you, Cherry?
Yeah, I think I felt about this, what Brandy said,
Okay.
pretty much. And, but I just did the practice with the awareness that I
Yeah.
have to continue to do the practice.
Yeah. Continue to do the practice and applying the discernment. I recognize where I went wrong. That is the greatest realization. Can you think, Brandy and Terry? Once I recognize that, that too is the greatest realization in our life. And from there, we can make a progress. Are you sure?
थैंक यू सर. नमस्ते एवरीवन.
Namaste.
सर ये जो आप क्षेत्र और क्षेत्रज्ञ की बात कर रहे हैं कि फील्ड और ऑब्जर्वर की, तो both are the same thing.
वही है same. You are translating into Hindi. I have translated into English.
Okay. ठीक है सर. और meditation was good, sir.
Meditation was good. Yes.
Thank you.
So we will see how we can apply this Viveka in our daily, personal, professional, social, and family life. And they see how the life changes. That is all for today. We'll meet on Thursday.
Namaste, sir. Thank you, sir. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.